from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Rodgers now. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Rodgers. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I return to Denver after this. 3rd and goal. Now this looks like a design run, and he will take it in himself. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Denver. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. Broncos come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emanwari. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you've got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Here's Love. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here now, second down and goal. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up fourth down.
A 21-yard attempt.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Broncos get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
That ball is going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. First down for Aaron. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Rodgers. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll get up and spike it, and let's check the clock. Maybe time for 2 plays here before the end of the half. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. Coming up, and that's the tight end likely. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down. 3 points, all that separates these two sides. As half number 2 kicks off. Here comes a return from the 3. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 95 yards. Touchdown, Denver. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground, it's Irving. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Rodgers. The second down throw is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On third down, it's Irving. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's going to pick up the first down. He was short when he caught it, but knew exactly where he needed to get to. Gets there and keeps the drive alive.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 4.
At the 39-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. Open man is Robinson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 14. And an Eagle first down.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll manage only a couple. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. Rodgers to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield. Dante Fowler in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down. And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Now Rodgers. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Travis Hunter. Touchdown Broncos.
What? Yeah! Y'all ready to play some football? Just know something about it, and I won't answer now.
Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. The solid stiff arm. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Rodgers now to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case,
it's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Torrey Horton, 36 yards. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, A little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Rodgers. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Irving. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Bucky Irving punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Bill.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Brings up fourth down and goal.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. Oh, they'll run the option right, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. They run out of the gun with Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Rodgers' pass intercepted by the Bills. Sets up 1st down and goal at the 1-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Going to give it to Love. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. McLaughlin now to kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now it's Rodgers. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 10. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Bucky Irving
With his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going to try and throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Complete to Torrey Horton. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Bills 1st down.
Again, he'll drop the throw. His throw incomplete.
Pass
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll look to throw again. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this out to Love.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second
Back to throw again.
At the 16-yard line.
Touchdown, Bills. David Njoku as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime.
The kick is good.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Now Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd and 19.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a foot.